Hey, what's up everyone? This is Snackbox. Hope you all are having a great day. Guys, in this video, I want to show you how you can easily complete the gear enhancement event for fusions. So as you can see here, this is a very low level account. This is an account of a friend of mine. He has accumulated a good amount of energy. He's just been saving up his energy. He's very low on silver and gems, so there's not a lot of room for failure and not a lot of room for mistakes. So we will try to get this gear enhancement event done. He's already done a few things here. You can see 1,000 points. He earned 1,000 points already. We have 3 million silver left, which is actually not a lot, right? Like 3 million silver can go in one piece if you take it to 16. And I'm going to show you a little trick you can do. This is a very common thing people are doing to get more points out of your artifacts and more points out of your silver, basically. So we need to reach 3,000 points to get this Void Rare, as this account doesn't have that many shards. Here you can see I'm not even sure if he can complete the Summon Rush. He will need to get to like 3,000 points. And with one Primal Shard and one Void Shard, he's probably not able to. I think he will get a Sacred here and there. I don't know. We will see. Maybe he can get it done. But I think the shard's going to be a huge make or break point for this fusion for him. But we will see. We will still go for it because I think some of these events and tournaments are still worth going for because you get a lot of things in return and you need to spend your energy anyway that early on to progress and so on. So let's go into his artifacts tab. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to filter everything he has by speed, right? I want to make sure the pieces with the most amount of speed are at the top. And it's going to be speed boots, obviously. And then after that, it's going to be artifacts that have no speed at all at the bottom. And as you can see, he doesn't have a lot of stuff, right? He doesn't have a lot of artifacts. So we have to get the most out of those artifacts that he actually has. So what we are going to do is, for example, take a piece like this right here. It's defense percentage. Let's actually put myself on the other side so you can see the pieces. So this is defense percentage, has no speed. It's absolutely trash. And what we're going to do is take it to 8. It's going to cost us what, like, I don't know, 22,000 silver. And now we're going to sell it for 45. Right now we spent like, I don't know, 30,000 silver in total to get it to 8, to upgrade it to 8, and we sold it for 45. So we're still making plus in terms of silver, but we are also getting points in return, which is exactly what we are going to do with all of the artifacts that we have right here. Now I'm gonna hold on for the, to these relentless pieces. I'm only gonna sell them if they have like flat attack, flat defense, or flat HP as a main stat at the bottom row. That's when I'm gonna sell them. Other than that, I'm gonna keep them, but I'm also gonna keep them if they have a speed stat and I'm rolling speed like twice on it, right? Then it's a, you can keep that piece. But this one right here with flat defense and nothing really else, no speed on it, that's basically an insta sell. But we are going to take it to 8. Now we spent 67,000 silver, which is fine. We can still sell it for 40,000. So we spent just 30,000 in total to upgrade this, get some points, and now got some silver back as well. Another piece like this right here, we can take it to 8 as well, and then sell it. We're not gonna keep this one. Flat attack chest, very, very bad. And now I will just keep going like this, upgrade artifacts to 8 and then sell them. Those that I don't want to keep, I will still upgrade them to 8 and then sell them instead of just sell them instantly and get some points out of them. Now, if you don't have a lot of silver, you can also just take pieces like this to 4, spend like 5k silver for a 4 piece, for a 4-star piece, and then sell it for 16,000, right? That's also something you can do instead of just selling this straight away. It only gives you a couple of points, but still at least you get something in return instead of just selling it and then waste all your silver on taking some artifacts to 16. I mean, you're not really wasting your silver, but you might end up short. And that's why, at least take your artifacts to 4 and then sell it. I take them to 8 normally, but, in this case where we don't have a lot of silver, I might just take them to 4 and then see how much is left, how much points we still need to get. So here you can actually see the points, right? So if we are taking a 5-star to 4, we will get 2 points. So a 6-star to 4 gives us 3 points. Now if we take them to 8, we will get more than double the points. So for a 5-star, it will be 5 points, and for a 6-star, it will be 10. So more than 3 times the points than what it would be if we take it to 4 only. We will lose some silver on each piece, but you will get, triple the points, more than triple the points for a 6-star, and more than double the points for a 5-star. Now it's up for you to decide if you have enough silver to do this, to go for a rank 8 or 4. If you take it to 4, you will gain silver. If you take it to 8, you will lose a little bit of silver, but get more points. From my experience, in general, 6-stars are always better to upgrade because you get way more points for them. As you can see here, 340 points if you take one piece to 16. Now, we are now at 1,500. I'm not anywhere close to being done with cleansing the gear. And we have 1,500 points more to go. That would mean I would have to take like 4 to 5 6-star pieces to a rank 16, which is absolutely not possible with like 2 million silver. So we're gonna keep pushing with the gear cleansing and accumulate a little bit more silver and then see where we are at. Maybe he needs to do a little bit more farming, dump a little bit of energy into Dragon, get more artifacts, which he can roll and then sell, get more silver, and then I'm pretty positive that he can complete this enhancement event pretty easily. See, now the only thing about this method is that it is very time intensive. You have to, upgrade every single piece manually. That's kind of like the one thing, the downside of it. But it is worth in the end if it, means that you are able to complete the fusion. Why not, right? I mean, you got to put some work in, right? So always keep that in mind when you are, farming dungeons and getting a lot of artifacts. Don't sell your artifacts straight away. Just save them up for, the gear enhancement events and do this, It only costs you a couple of thousand of silver. It costs you a little bit of time, but in the end, you get more out of your silver. And, sometimes it can be really helpful for you, especially early on, to complete those fusion events. And yeah, it's just a nice little trick. And I wanted to show you that. Maybe it can make your life easier to complete fusions in the future. Because, I see always a lot of people saying, like, I don't have resources. I don't, the fusions are so hard and this and that. And yeah, they are hard. They are hard if you are not saving up your resources. If you're opening your shards as they come, if you use your silver, if you want to upgrade some artifacts outside of gear enhancement events, if you are a free-to-play player, you can't really afford to do that unless you don't care about fusions. So if you're not saving up resources, you won't be able to complete them. Simple as that. It's all about resource management, and you don't have to participate in every single event and tournament there is outside of a fusion. If you save up your resources for the fusions, there's absolutely no problem to do them. It's just a question of, are you patient enough and can you control your impulse? So when people say, I don't have the resources, I'm asking myself, yeah, well, where did you spend yours on, right? So it's not really impossible to do for them. They just spent their resources on something else before, right? And trust me when I say every single account can do these fusions without a problem as long as you're playing active and you're steadily progressing. There's really no issue I see in completing fusions, even though they upped, the milestones a little bit, the points you need, but also you can gain more resources from everywhere else. So it's not really harder to do fusions nowadays? Actually, I would say that it's much easier, to be honest. But you have to understand how those fusions work, what you need to pay attention to. Tricks like this, you know, little details. Get a little bit of points here, get a little bit of points there, and suddenly you are done with the fusion. So it's really about the know-how and the management of your resources. On my free-to-play account, where I was playing on the Hell Hades free-to-play challenge, I completed 2 fusions on an account that was not even 2 months old. So if I see now people coming to me and say, it's not possible to do this fusion, I have to disagree. But I understand that, I pretty much know all the ins and outs of those events and tournaments, and that is why I was able to do them. So obviously you need to educate yourself, right, about those events and tournaments if you want to complete them. But you can't just go out there and say it's impossible, they are hard, they're this, they're that. And it's been something that was really, that is really bothering me when I see comments like this, because I just know for a fact that it's possible, right? Knowing that it's possible and then, somebody coming up and saying it's impossible, that's just, triggering me in some sort of way. When I literally know, I've done it myself and it is possible. So it's quite funny to me always when I see comments like this. But then again, guys, if you need any advice, any help with fusions, feel free to join my Discord or just comment on, my videos or whatever. And I'm always there and ready to help. I will give you advice on what to do, on how to do what. So feel free to message me. You can also add me on Discord and just send me a DM if you don't want to, join my Discord or whatever. Doesn't matter, but I will always help and try to help. Obviously, I'm not a magician. I can't do the impossible, but I can give you some advice on what to work on so you can, complete fusions without a problem. And the thing is, in my opinion, fusions are almost the most important part about this game, because, especially for free-to-play players, because it's a steady income of new legendary champions that might be helping you to progress in different areas like Faction Wars, Curse City, Doom Tower. So if you are getting more legendary champions and you have a bigger variety and a bigger roster of champions, and you're progressing in those different areas because of it, then you will also gain more resources because you are beating more stages in those, in this content. So all of this kind of works hand in hand at the end of the day. And the resources you spend during those fusions is mostly for like daily stuff anyway, right? Which you should do anyway to progress your account. And that's also why I don't really get why people are often saying that they're skipping fusions. Obviously, it's time consuming, so that's a big factor. But in general, I don't think anybody should skip fusions. All right, so see, I did it now, a couple of pieces, upgraded some to 4, some to 8. We went down 1 million silver. We went up 1 million silver. Now we are at 3.5 million again, which is actually more than what we started with. And we accumulated something around 300 points just by doing this. And this is what I'm going to keep doing until I reach, the rare champion, the 3,000 points, the milestone for the rare void fusion champion. And that's pretty much how you do it if you don't have a lot of silver. It's pretty easy, it's pretty simple. It just needs a little bit of time for you to do it, and that's about it. So in case you are low on silver, this is how you still complete these events and tournaments. And if you don't have artifacts to upgrade, then you should farm more dungeons. Simple as that. So the next plan is to save up more energy, right? We're not going to use it today because there will be a Gear Hunters event on Saturday. So we still have tomorrow to save energy, daily free energy. And then we will complete the Dragon Tournament and get some points for the Gear Hunters event as well. Very important. We don't want to spend our energy now into the Dragon Tournament because, then we will be probably short on the Gear Hunters event. Now, if you don't have like 1,000 energy or whatever saved up, it doesn't really matter. It's cool. You get like, 1.5k energy a day. As you can see, his cap is not even maxed out. He's at 119 energy. It's maxed out at 130, so there's still, room to grow. But he's doing the dailies. He hasn't done the advanced quests yet, but they are also very important. That's another refill right here, 120 energy. In his case, in most cases, it's 130. And yeah, that's pretty much how you do it. Also, for this champ train event, you can also run a lot of campaign, right? Train your champions. You will get new champions, which is also pretty good, which you then can level as well. And run campaign, get points for the champ train tournament, and then as well for the gear hunters event on Saturday. So that is actually the plan for the upcoming events and tournaments. Now, as I said, the only problem that I see is the Summer Rush event tomorrow, but we have some days left to collect a couple of shards from the clan boss maybe. And yeah, we will see how it plays out, but this is pretty much it for this video. Let me know in the comments below if you like this little advice here, a little trick with the gear enhancement event. This is a pretty common thing people do. And yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button. It really goes a long way. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And the YouTube algorithm is going to suggest you a video that you might like right here. And see you in the next one.